My guest for this segment is Mike Demeter. Mike is the Eastern Regional Sales Manager with Genesys Aerosystems. Mike, thank you for joining us today.
Thanks, Tom. It's a pleasure.
Genesys Aerosystems has been around for a long time, but not in its current persona. So tell us where you've come from and what that transition's been like.
We like to say we're the newest old company around. Genesys Aerosystems is really STEC Corporation and Chelton Flight Systems. Over the years, they've gone through a lot of, I'll say, buying and selling. We were part of Meggitt. We were most recently part of Cobham. And 10 months ago, our management team got together and bought us out of Cobham. So we're back to being a standalone small company, still in Mineral Wells, Texas, STEC Corporation and Chelton Flight Systems, and it's just been wonderful.
Well, you say you've gotten a lot of good feedback from folks and said this is the direction that your company should go.
Oh, it's just been great because now we're our own bosses again. We don't have to go through a big bureaucracy to make decisions. We can make decisions sitting around a conference table. Feedback that I've gotten this week and in my travels from our different dealers have all been overwhelmingly positive. Our support has gotten better, we're much more responsive, and we're starting to take a look at all our processes and procedures to adapt them to the best way to do business. It allows us to make changes to our business much more quickly than we could any time over the past 10 or 12 years.
Now, you've got a lot of products on display here at AEA. You've got brochures, more brochures I think than almost anybody else here, which makes it a really nice talk about. We picked out a few things that we want to talk about here today, including, let's talk a little bit about the IntelliFlight 2100 for a moment. And this is ADS-B piece of equipment that's going to help folks get themselves into compliance.
Well, it's actually our digital autopilot.
Okay.
The 2100 has been around for well over 10 years. Mm-hmm. And it has been STC'd in a number of mostly turbine aircraft, King Air 200s, the 90 series. It's been used, versions have been used in PA-46s, Cessna 425, 421, that class of aircraft. It's one of its characteristics is it requires information from two digital AHRs, a primary system and then a comparator system to ensure that everything is straight and level when you want it to be. Typically, and in the past, that had been done with two EFIS systems. The Meggitt Magic system was one. The Chelton Flight Systems was another. We worked with Avidyne on the Alliant system. Most recently, we've done installations using Garmin G500s and G600s. However, we've I'll just say reworded our STCs to eliminate any reference to a particular EFIS or AHAR system. Okay. And we now just specify the AirInc digital labels that the autopilot needs for attitude control and that kind of thing. And that has opened up more options for AHRs, most notably the Mid-Continent SAM module does output the required labels to be used as the comparator in the 2100. So now you can install one EFIS system, a Chelton EFIS, a G600, and the second system, instead of being an entirely separate and distinct EFIS system, which can be quite expensive, you can install the standby attitude module and provide that stand bar, that comparator input. It's very common to install that SAM module in conjunction with a glass panel upgrade anyway. So essentially you can now upgrade your autopilot and really not have to add any other equipment to the panel.
What is the advantage of a digital autopilot over an analog autopilot?
A little more flexibility. Analog autopilots are tuned, or gains are tuned by resistor changes and all that kind of thing. With a digital autopilot, it allows you to do that via software. So there's a lot more flexibility. There's other features that can be added, and some autopilots that we have in the works will add straight and level buttons and envelope protection and all that kind of thing. So it's just there's a lot more data that you can work with that gives you a much more stable flight.
Now the other thing that is kind of up and coming is your Helisas system. Tell us kind of where you are with the Helisas, because I know it's a product that you've had for a while, and yet you've got some updates on the product.
That's right. Our Helisas was originally developed and STC'd in the R-44. At the time, Cobham chose not to commercialize that STC for their reasons. One of the things we did when we became Genesys Aerosystems, we started to look at what it would take to commercialize that STC. So in addition to the Bell 407, Eurocopter 350s, and the EC-130s, we've worked to develop the kit, the Helisas kit for the R-44. We announced that last year at Oshkosh, and we started shipping those kits just at the first of the year. This year, and that will probably the biggest change that's coming up there is very shortly. We're hoping to be able to work with the Aspen PFDs that are being installed in R-44s. Several months ago, and it was around Heli Expo time, we signed an OEM agreement with Robinson, and the Helisas is being installed in the R-66s as well. So what we're doing is we are expanding our STC retinue that we have for the Helisas. That system has been extremely popular, especially with the HEMS operators, the helicopter EMS, and they see it as a vital safety tool in their operations.
For those who might not know, what is a Helisas?
Helisas is a two-axis autopilot for light helicopters. It is certified in, as I said, the R-44, is soon to be the R-66. It's certified for use in the Bell 407s, AS-350s, the EC-130s, and the 130 T2s. So it's the lighter helicopters. Typically, those came out of the factory without an autopilot. They're VFR aircraft. They're not certified for IFR use. Our Helisas is a VFR autopilot. However, it does couple to navigation systems and ILSs, so in emergencies, it will track an ILS.
And you've got that in the works for several other models.
Yes. In the future, we're going to be working on an STC for the R-66. Currently, that's being installed under Robinson's type certificate. It's a factory option. So we're going to include an STC for that. We have a program now where we're looking for EC-120 owners, because we've gotten a lot of feedback from them that they would like that. Many EC-120s are privately owned, and again, the safety aspect of the Helisas could really be useful in that airframe.
What else is in your stable that you'd like to talk about?
We have the Genesys is really composed of three product lines. The S-Tech fixed wing autopilots. We're working on the S-Tech 5000, which will be a totally digital new autopilot that you'll probably start to see the STCs for that about a year from now. Initially, that will be a Part 25 autopilot, which is a new step for S-Tech. After that's developed, you'll see that branch off into other Part 25 aircraft and maybe some Part 23 aircraft as well. The Helisas, as I just said, we're looking to expand the number of STCs that we have there. The third part of Genesys is our EFIS systems, which is our Chelton IDU-3s have very many of those units flying. There is an upgrade path for those to make them WAAS capable, which has been pretty popular with the folks that operate those systems. We have the IDU 450 and 680, which is really a bit of a change for us in the EFIS world, because it is all level A software, and we've seen applications for that in Part 29 helicopters, large helicopters, and quite a bit of special missions work, military trainers, that kind of thing. The new Textron Scorpion if you've seen that flying around, that uses our EFIS systems. So it's quite a flexible system.
Now, you keep talking about a lot of STCs, and I know that one of the issues that has been discussed not only at this show, but pretty much throughout the industry is getting all that paperwork through the FAA. Are you finding that you're able to bring these products to market in a timely fashion in the way as a new kind of, as you said, the oldest new company around, that gets you in the marketplace where you want to be in a timely fashion?
Yeah, one of the advantages that we have is we have an ODA, and that allows us for Part 23 aircraft to do our own STC work with minimal FAA oversight. They still oversee the ODA, but it's not a project by project. For the Part 27 helicopters, which is the R-44 and the 407s, our ODA can't do the STC yet, but our expertise in that area gives us a big leg up on working that through with the FAA. So we have the engineering and certification expertise built into our company that allows us either to do STCs or to really get a head start on them with the FAA.
What's down the road? As you look at being a small, agile company, kind of what's on your, that you can talk about that's on your planning board?
Well, as I mentioned, we're working on the STEC 5000. The first customer for that is actually Airbus, the CASA 212. And that unit or that system will be out of engineering here in about 3 months or so. And we're looking to begin the STC work right around the end of the year or the first part of next year. As I said, when that's done, our engineers will be busy looking at expanding, the STC, the number of STCs for that system. On the EFIS side, we have a lot of engineers that are working on new software levels that add more features to that. And all of this is in response to customer requests, that kind of thing. So we've got more than enough work to keep our engineers busy. Plus, we're continuing to work on other Part 23 STCs for our regular autopilot line. So everybody's busy on all three of our product lines.
Well, Mike, thanks very much for taking some time to talk with us today. We really appreciate you coming by, sitting down in the chair, and telling us a little bit about the old new Genesys Aerosystems.
Thanks, Tom.
Thank you very much.
Aero-News Network's coverage of the 58th Annual AEA International Convention and Trade Show, live from Dallas, Texas, is brought to you in part by the following sponsors.
Now certified, Aspen Avionics single-band ADS-B, ATX100 and ATX100G transceivers are the next-gen ADS-B solution that provides the features pilots need while keeping flyaway costs low. Check it out now at aspenavionics.com.
Avidyne provides innovative avionics solutions for general aviation aircraft, including the IFD 540 and IFD 440 FMS GPS navcoms with geofill, hybrid touch, and full ADS-B capability.
The KSN 770 is an affordable, WAS-enabled integrated MFD with a flexible hybrid user interface from Bendix King. Get your fingers on the 770's perfect blend of touchscreen and hard buttons. Easily control your GPS navigation, navcom, weather, traffic, and terrain in any condition. For more information, go to bendixking.com.
The IntelliFlight 2100 digital flight control system is the perfect complement to today's integrated flight decks and is certified on the King Air and Conquest. It will now interface to a single EFIS and a mid-continent SAM 302 unit for a low-cost complete panel upgrade. Contact us at www.genesys-aerosystems.com.
An interactive Links application is available in the Apple and Android app stores. This free app is a virtual simulation of the Lynx NGT 9000 touchscreen cockpit display that lets pilots interact with the unit as if they had a real system in their hands. The app covers the entire Lynx family of ADS-B products, including features and options to help customers decide which Lynx model is right for their needs.
The TI-250 DC to AC inverter pumps out 250 watts of clean, regulated AC cabin or cockpit power. It's perfect for laptops, iPads, tablets, chargers, and special missions equipment. Available from your local Avionics dealer.
Navworks makes ADS-B affordable. Certified or experimental, Navworks gives you high-quality next-gen avionics solutions that dramatically increase your situational awareness. Check us out now on the web at www.navworks.com.
The debate is no longer about upgrading GA aircraft with NextGen, it's about financing it. The NextGen GA Fund is about doing just that. Find out more at www.nextgenfund.com.